We're gonna have a conversation, guys. So I just got done watching a video from a smaller YouTuber named itsFRINGEY, and she really was talking about how Drama Channel in particular, Petty Paige, kind of disappointed her. And I sat there and I thought, wow, yeah, yeah, she's right. Let's back up a little bit. So if you guys aren't aware, Nick Snyder had this get together at his house. It was like a Christmas party, and all the drama with Rich Lux, Luscious, Dustin Daly, Nick Snyder, and that whole thing happened. And Smokey Glow, who is named Hannah, decided, you know what, I'm invited too, but I don't want to associate myself with them. And I kind of agree, because she's a different breed of YouTuber. She's not necessarily a drama channel. I think she's more of a commentary channel. And that's what I really like about her, because she doesn't just focus on drama and give her commentary on drama. She gives her commentary on a bunch of different topics. Like, she's doing her Glow Mess thing, and she has topics about consumerism, and she's doing a bunch of tags, and it's just, I like her because she gives her opinion, but she's not dramatic. So I'm not gonna lie, I did grow up with TMZ, okay? So after school, I would come home, watch some TMZ, enjoyed some of my, celebrity drama. That's realistically what these drama channels are. They're TMZ. The only difference is that they're giving their opinion, and they have officially formed a clique of people, which is who showed up at Nick Snyder's Christmas party. If you didn't watch it, they did a live stream on Petty Paige's channel. Someone asked, why aren't you and Ashley Kyle, who's somebody I also really enjoy, why aren't you guys friends anymore? I was talking about all this is because, they had a lot to drink. It was a Christmas party. She wasn't afraid, she was drunk just like everybody else, liquid confidence, so she said what she needed to say. The reason she gave, I don't even think that the live stream's up anymore. And it's so funny because even Rich Lux knew that it was going to be a bad situation. He and Jake Yonsei, who is another breed of drama, because he does drag queen drama, which I actually find fascinating, because I don't think many other people do just solely drag queen drama, and I love that because I love RuPaul's Drag Race. They both got up in the middle of this whole thing and walked away because they didn't want to be part of it. They knew that this was going to be a whole thing. They kind of waited till Paige was done with her whole thing, and when they come back, he kind of, I don't know if it's jokingly or if there was some seriousness in her voice, but she said nah, you can stay. No, you can't sit with us right now because you decided not to be part of the narrative. You didn't want to be part of the narrative. It's yeah, he didn't want to be part of the narrative. That wasn't his narrative to talk about. Why would he want to stay there? And then Rich Lux is already coming out of whatever drama he's coming out of, so why would he want to stay part of that too, And then, I don't know if you saw, but there's another Twitter account, Controversy, that pretty much called her out. I'm paraphrasing, but pretty much said I see how you did that, got drunk with your friends, and all of a sudden you wanted to start drama with Ashley Kyle. And Paige tried to turn it around and be well, blame the comment section. You guys made me do this. I'm sorry. I know there's an age difference between Paige and I, but it's not by much. I'm pretty sure all of our mamas at some point did the speech where if someone jumped off a bridge, would you jump too? Just because someone pushes you to do something, or because they do something, doesn't mean you have to do it. Or just because they're asking you to do something doesn't mean you have to do it, right? She blames the fans and she blames the comment section rather than taking responsibility for her own actions. And that's where controversy said, way to, not take responsibility for your own actions and blame it on everybody else. And that's when Paige made, I guess, she made a very, a little snarky response. I guess she called her a dim sum. And she was oh, it's because I'm from the UK. Is dim sum not something that you guys use? I was just no, don't try to backpedal. Hold on. The tweet that she said back to Controversy was, eat some salmon, you dim sum. eat some salmon, you dim sum. Okay, so when she gets called out saying like, hey, you know what you were doing, and there's a bunch of other Brits and a bunch of other people from the UK that was like, no, that's not a thing, dude. Like, I don't even say that. I've never heard that. Her stands and her fans were defending her like, oh, well, she, you know, like that is a thing, and this is what I found on Urban Dictionary. Anybody can add anything to Urban Dictionary at any time. There's people who add their own name into Urban Dictionary and make like a definition for themselves. It's not a legitimate thing. And itsFRINGEY made a good point. At one point, do we accept apologies and not accept apologies for some people and not other people? What is the fine line? Like, just because you stan someone doesn't mean that you should forgive them right away. It's kind of like the whole thing with Jeffree Star, where like people 100% accept his apology and he doesn't really apologize to the person directly. Or Jackie Aina, when Jackie Aina didn't personally apologize to Paige, and Paige flat out said she didn't apologize to me. Well, that's exactly what Paige did. She called controversy dim sum, like an idiot, more or less, but in a derogatory term, and apologizes, but indirectly. What makes your situation different than what Jackie Aina did to you? Granted, I know what makes it different, but like, apology-wise, what makes it different? You didn't apologize directly to them. I understand that yours was more severe. Someone was actually, you know, slandering you and spreading a false narrative. But it's the same thing, you know? Like, she would talk about how, like, Jeffree Star never would apologize directly to his fans or directly to the fans that he insulted. But she's not doing it. It's one of those things where you have to surround yourself with people that make you a better person. And you need to surround yourself with people who do not tempt you to change who you are as a person, to alter your character, okay? Like, they will accept you for who you are, and you don't have to be one with the Joneses to be accepted. And I feel like that's what this whole clique has been doing. You know, they all started their own channels on their own. They all started, you know, with the intent of holding other YouTubers accountable. But now they've become who they've been commentating on and who they've been reporting drama on. In that circle of people, they've become the news. They've become the drama. They've each, I think, separately on their own, they're fine. But I think once they come together, all their personalities form into one Mean Girls group. I feel, this is just my opinion, I don't know any of these people personally, this is just what I've seen. In my opinion, when you surround yourself with people and you are allowing them to easily influence who you are, it says more about you than them. You allowed them to alter your mind space. Or worse, you're allowing yourself to actually show the type of person that you really are. Because I'm American, okay? I saw this, we all saw this, I should say, in the 2016 election. There's a saying that goes, not all Trump supporters are racists, but all racists are Trump supporters. And the reason that it's like that is because when the elections happened, it became okay to expose yourself as the racist person you were. Like, it was accepted. You were allowed to say, send them back to Mexico, or send her back, send her back. I was called a spick because all of a sudden, these Trump supporters came together as a group, as a clique, and it made it okay to publicly be an asshole and to be a fucking racist because everybody else was accepting it and everybody else was excusing it. And that's exactly what's happening here. The group that they're in collectively made that Mean Girls group. Like I said, either exposed the actual person that they were or easily influenced people in the group to be the mean girl that they are now. As fans and stans who accept the apology so quickly, rather than saying like, ooh, you know what? Jeffree Star did the same thing and we didn't excuse him that fast. I am disappointed in you, Rich. I'm disappointed in you, Paige. I'm disappointed in you, Nick. I'm still going to be a fan, but I'm holding you to a higher standard, and I'm expecting you to change. You can still like what they've done in the past, right? You can still like what they've created, but hold them accountable and don't be so easily forgiving. I'm glad that she's actually coming out of drama. I'm glad that she's changing the direction of her channel. I liked the narrative that she was bringing up. I liked the style of commentary that she had. And then she started collabing and she started, hanging out with these other people. And it's like, girl, you've changed. Accept it. And I think that's what happened, is that she accepted that she changed. Honestly, I know that she's doing it mainly for the YouTube algorithm and to make sure that she doesn't get struck down with the new harassment laws and everything. I totally understand that. But I think she also understands that this probably isn't what's going to work for her in the long run for herself. I think, like I said, I could be wrong. She needs to stop hanging out with negative Nancy's, I guess was the best term I can describe it as. Peter Mon has even said, don't send me PR, don't associate. I don't want to collab with anybody. I just want to do my thing. I want to give you my opinion. I want to have a conversation. Let's have a conversation in the comment section. Because yeah, he was controversial in the past, and he does have a past. Like, he wasn't a great person at some point, but he's shown over and over again that he has changed. He's showing everybody, hey, I don't want to be part of this. I don't want to be part of your guys' world. I just want to do me and do, and kind of keep me out of that. Same thing with Smokey Glow. Smokey Glow's like, hey, like, keep me out of your guys' community. I don't want to be known as drama. I don't want to be known as a negative Nancy, So the people that she collabs with are more the people that give their opinion on things that matter. And if they do touch up on drama here and there, it's more so like consumerism drama, or it's more about like their opinions on, makeup. It's a really tough situation to kind of touch upon because it has so many layers. But I think we finally come to the end of that whole community with the new harassment policy. And I get it. I'm 100% in the thought process where that is taking away freedom of speech. We are, it is an American-based company, and one of our, constitutional rights is we have the right to free speech, to speak our mind about politics, to speak our mind about opinions, to speak our mind about anything. Where's the line to where your opinion, with everybody else kind of egging on your opinion and sending death threats to people who disagree with their fave person, I wouldn't be okay with that, knowing that the drama that I ensue and the drama that I allowed to happen caused one of my peers to completely shut down her Twitter. That's what happened to Ashley Kyle, to completely shut down, Elle Loves Tea. She's literally disappeared after she got doxxed. It's just a weird place. And I think that in order for each of them to grow, they just need to separate themselves. They could be friends. Yeah, that's fine. But like I said with Rich Lex and Luscious, be friends in private. Like, be friends in private, so that way if something happens, you guys aren't associated and you guys aren't all looked at as a group of bad kids. I could be wrong with certain aspects that I gave as far as like timeline goes. So this is just my unsolicited opinion. Like I said, maybe just kind of separate your guys's, channels and separate your guys's gig for a little bit. Do things on your own and just kind of wait till everything kind of just gets brushed under the rug or cleaned up altogether. I don't even know if this video is going to make sense. I feel like I had it halfway through, and then towards the end it just got all over the place. I think for me, I'm more disappointed in all of them. I'm really disappointed in all of them. I'm gonna say it. I really liked Dustin. I really did like Rich Lex and Luscious. I really did. And I started really to like Petty Paige. I love Ashley Kyle. I love Peter Mon. I do, like I said before, I'm only human. I do like a little chisme and metiche, every so often. But at the same time, it's like, I also am an adult and I know how I should be acting towards other people. And I know how my my words can hurt someone, and I know how my reaction can make me look. I think that they're not really taking that into consideration because their clique of people are making it okay to act the way they're acting. And pretty much, you know, they're making it okay to interact with the people around them the way they are. And it's not right. Like I said, I'm really glad that she's, you know, Petty Paige is going in a different direction. I'm really glad that Peter Mon has, you know, stayed in his circle. I really hope that Ashley comes back to Twitter because I really liked, like, you know, following her. I just think that they probably really just need to, for the camera, separate themselves for a little bit and really do some self-reflecting as far as like the people that they are and the people that they want to be and the people that they want to, you know, interact with. And I think that's where I stand right now, especially with Rich, because Rich really disappointed me. I really liked him, but as I started to see all the lies and all the deception and, you know, the the whole thing with Luscious, how he handled that. Grow up, dude, right? Like, I made a video about this. I'm not going to rehash it. We left high school years ago, right? Like, it's just, that's what it reminds me of. It's high school. It's literally Mean Girls in real life. You don't see T-Spill. You don't see Spilly doing all this. It's proven. You can commentate on drama and you can report on drama without being dramatic and without being the drama. That's just my 2 cents, guys. Like I said, unsolicited opinion. No one cares about my opinion. But I'm out here just kind of giving a different perspective. Go follow Fringy. I'll link her channel below. I just found her and I actually really enjoy her commentary so far. Thank you, everybody. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Why don't you agree with me? Give me your thought process, and I will see you guys whenever I decide to post the next one. Bye.